because there's some odd stuff going on with Bitcoin, and I wanted to share that with you. So let's jump right into it. So we are looking at um, this is an hour. Um, a lot of Bitcoin. These are 1,600. These are the USDT, but there's some 10,000 ones. So 10,000, 10,000. Basically, another 10,000. There's a lot of Bitcoin that is waking up from 14-year-old wallets, and something could be brewing. So what did I do? I just, I had like those little tiny trades to see my tops and bottoms. I closed those and I transferred my money. I converted it into XRP. That's all I did. The only reason why I did that is because what if, and this is not financial advice, what if whoever has these wallets ends up, let's see if there's more visual proof. There were some that were like that had pictures and whatnot, but I just did a quick search. This is what I found. What if all of this Bitcoin transfers to XRP? Because it's $15 billion. That's a ton of money. If like $5 to $10 million can move XRP like a few cents, then think about how much billions of dollars can do to XRP in a short period of time. And I don't know what exactly the play is, because I do know that the Bitcoin strategic reserve thing, like there wouldn't be, the US Treasury wouldn't get so involved in Bitcoin unless they had an idea of what was going on. To me, it was always like insane to gobble up Bitcoin when you don't know where a big chunk of it is, like a third of it or 10% or whatever it is. When you don't know where a big chunk of it is and it's just sitting in cold storage, it just doesn't make sense. XRP, on the other hand, you know where all of it is. It's very centralized, and it's going to be like, I guess the in my opinion, it's the most like institutionalized cryptocurrency, ready for adoption globally and things like that, through replacing bank to bank transfers, like replacing the Swift system and whatnot. But with Bitcoin, I'm not sure like how the countries around the world, like Russia has like almost 200 Bitcoin, 200,000, or I'm not quite sure what the number is. Maybe, I don't know. Russia and America have roughly the same amount of Bitcoin. Um, how much? Um, I was going to say treasury, but I don't know if it's in the treasury or not. It could be somewhere else. Yeah, 200,000. So, and Russia has roughly around that amount. And China, like all these other countries have. So we could see an outflow of money from Bitcoin, but long term, these countries know that the value of Bitcoin is going to go up. So the value of Bitcoin could go into half. It could go right back down to 50,000. But in reality, long term, Bitcoin, like there's going to be a fire sale, people trying to get rid of their Bitcoin. But once the dust settles, I think those institutionalized, governments and companies are going to be able to buy Bitcoin at a huge discount. Um, but in order for that half like number to occur, this doesn't have to be the only way, but in my opinion, um, these wallets have to um, consolidate to one wallet and then switch Bitcoin to XRP. And like the Ripple Riddlers, there's like the Ripple Riddler bear. Um, there's a picture of the bear holding an hourglass, and the hourglass is flipped this way, and the color gold is pouring into. It's not like a normal hourglass where the sand goes down into an empty vessel or empty like cavity at the bottom, and it fills up, and then you flip it over again. It's actually gold on top, and the bottom is like purple. And I think that purple is XRP. Um, Historically speaking, I think that purple is XRP. And I'm just thinking that that to me has always been in the back of my mind. So if this is going on the 4th of July, get ready for the fireworks kind of thing. We have thousands and tens of thousands of Bitcoin pouring into the market. Well, not pouring into the market, but waking up and being transferred to new wallets. So these are old wallets being transferred to new wallets. From the new wallet, let's see, 1,000 Bitcoin price, fee, hash. Let's see are they consolidating? Receiver. So this was a wallet that was used a lot. Yeah, so I don't know. It just makes sense to me that something fishy is going to go on. And we're right here in the middle of 4th of July. So this could be an instance in which we see the value of XRP increase. And for that reason, I went ahead and just put my my USDT into XRP. I could go into a leveraged trade, but I'm about to go to the gym. I don't know what's going to happen. And if I look at the charts, like the charts don't look promising. Like we have money flow coming down. And the hourly is kind of getting rejected. And if you look at the 30-minute, it's getting rejected again. Money flows to the downside. VWAP's coming down. Momentum's going down. So to me, even on these smaller time frames, it's just no, 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 no. So it could be no, 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 and then finally yes, and it pops off. But I don't see that opportunity yet. This momentum wave could go for another rejection on the hourly, like it confirmed here on the 45-minute. So another rejection, and then a final, like in like 4 or 5 hours, however much time this is, 1, 2, 3. So 3 hours from here. So 1, 2, 3, or 4 hours. We could get an opportunity where everything turns around, and that would be the white swan event. But we're in the middle of not knowing what's going on. So I don't know. Let's say that instead of Bitcoin pouring into XRP, Bitcoin just dumps. If Bitcoin dumps, then, and here we're seeing it kind of play out right now on the hourly, Bitcoin dumping 104. I don't know what that line is for. But it could just keep dumping, right? And then we just continue getting ready for this play, this one right here. So, like, just maybe by the 15th, 16th, maybe this is supposed to be over here, like right here or here, somewhere around there, and this wave is too big. I can adjust that, something like that. But I still am looking at this like, what is happening here? And it looks like we're starting to move downwards now. So everything's happening the way I thought it would. The only thing that's happening that I didn't account for is this right here. So I'm not sure. And I would rather have my assets tucked away in XRP in case something happens, even if it goes down. If XRP goes down, it's not like I'm leverage trading. If it goes down to whatever, like if it flash crashes to $2, like it's not like I'm going to lose a bunch of money. So I'm not too worried about it. And I just don't see that happening. I see the potential for Bitcoin to transfer into XRP. That's kind of what I think may happen. Not financial advice, but I'm like, I love the conspiracy side of things. And so that's kind of what I'm excited about, is this right here. Yeah, this is like a 14.5 year or 14-year wallet that's waking up. So, so yeah, that would be a momentous occasion. It would basically be like flipping the switch on XRP. If that much money, $14 billion poured into XRP, then we would just have a different price. XRP would be way up here. It would be way up here, further. $14 billion. What's the market cap of XRP? We just set it over here. Volume, max supply. Market cap, $130 billion. So $14 billion would be like 10%-ish. Something like that. Maybe more. 12%. So and then what's the market cap of Bitcoin BTC? $2.13 trillion. Maybe I'm overreacting. Well, I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at this, and maybe it might be a play at, they could sell this, right? And I don't know. it wouldn't move. It wouldn't move XRP that much. I don't know. I don't know. I think that I might be over analyzing the situation and freaking out about like the news that comes out on Twitter, but I don't know. I think that this play is still in effect. It's just that it would be interesting to see the market manipulation that comes from something like this. But yeah, not financial advice. And as you can see, it's not that huge of an amount. So I don't know. I guess take it with a grain of salt. So thank you guys for checking in with me and letting me go down my little conspiracy rabbit holes. And yeah, have a great 4th of July. I'll talk to you later. Bye.